Is your hair actually excessively shedding, or are you just in that phase of the hair growth cycle? I'm going to talk about that today. Let's talk. And let's get into this video. I feel like I'm like fighting to get in the frame, you guys. So let's just push this up a little bit, like that. Anywho, so there are 3 phases in the hair growth cycle. The Catagen phase, which is the transition phase. So the Catagen phase, or the transition phase, is the brief transition between the growth and the resting phase in the hair cycle. When the hair stops growing, this is when the follicle canal shrinks and detaches from the dermal palpia. Less than 1% of your scalp is going through this phase at any one time. This is a very short phase lasting between 1 to 2 weeks. Telogen phase is when your hair starts to shed, also known as the resting phase. Now, this is the one. This right here, this is the one that gets us, because as we're brushing our hair, we think our hair is just falling out excessively, and it may be falling out excessively due to some lifestyle choices. But if everything's all good and you're healthy and your hair is just shedding excessively, you might be just going through that phase, the telogen phase. This is the final phase in the hair growth cycle and will last until the fully grown hair has shed. This phase can last approximately 3 to 6 months. So shedding. The shedding phase can last up to 3 to 6 months, you guys. About 10% of your scalp is in the telogen phase at any one time, which is why we are able to lose up to 150 strands per day. This hair can remain in place until the next antigen phase, which is the growth phase, when the new hair grows and pushes this fully grown hair out. Certain times of the year, or every 3 years, or every whatever, however your hair growth cycle is, it is important to take a look at the strands that are falling out of your head. If it does in fact have that white bulb, that hair is a fully grown hair, and it has gone through the entire hair cycle, the growth, the resting, and the shedding phase, and that hair is going to shed, okay? It has to shed for the new hair to come out of that follicle. If in fact it does not have a white bulb on there, that is breakage. If both ends are, there's no white bulb on either end of that strand, that is definitely considered breakage. You might want to do a strand test on that particular strand to see whether you need your protein or you need moisture. That broken hair will let you know why it broke off. So moving on to the growth phase, the phase we always like, okay? Get happy. It's the growth phase. It's the growth phase. It's the growth phase. This is when new hair is produced. Yes. So on average, about 90 to 95% of your hair is in the antigen phase, the growth phase. So majority of your hair at any one time is in the growth phase, which is why we say your hair is always growing. The highest number of follicles on your head is in the antigen or growth phase, okay? So during this phase, hair cells are produced faster than any other cell in the human body. The average growth of a healthy scalp hair, I say healthy scalp hair because we're talking about the hair on your scalp, not the hair on your arm, not your mustache hair, not the hair under your arms. We talking about not the hair on your legs, okay? We're talking about healthy scalp hair is about a ½ inch per month. Scalp hair on women grows faster than men. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. But it's true. I know it doesn't seem like it because every time you look at these guys and they want to grow their hair out, it grows out like a weed. But the difference is We manipulate our hair daily because, you know, we have to prim and prop ourselves. Whereas men, they can throw a hat on, they can throw a do-rag on, they can pull it back in a messy ponytail or a messy man bun and go about their day. They don't have to do as much with their hair as we do, which means they leave their hair alone a lot, which means their hair is not breaking the way ours is breaking. That's why it seems like men hair grow faster than women, but it's the complete opposite. Science says they don't. So hair grows rapid between the age of 15 to 30, and it slows down after the age 50. The anagen phase could last up to 3 to 5 years, and in some cases could last up to 10 years. Yes, it can last up to 10 years. This is when genetics comes into play. This is based on individual genetics if your growth phase is 10 years, okay? So in other words, those with longer anagen phases are able to grow longer, fuller, thicker hair. What are some things that could hinder our growth phase? Stress, diet, childbirth, okay? That is a real thing. Tamar Braxton gone through it. To me, she was the most public about, like, and it was mainly because people were teasing her online about how her hair fell out due to childbirth. That is a real thing, and it's really nothing to, you know, tease anyone about. I actually felt bad for Tamar because postpartum is real, and to be bullied online about what's going on with your hair post childbirth, that was not cool. But anyway, health issues due to possible toxin exposure such as chemo. Any other types of medications the doctor may have put you on could also affect your hair growth cycle. And also any hormones. If your hormones are out of balance, that will definitely affect it. And also age, you guys. Again, back to the age thing. Age definitely plays a part. As you're heading towards 50, your hair growth cycle slows down. So what can we do to maximize on this hair growth phase, right? I'm always going to start with the obvious because everybody should be doing it. Drink your water. Are you surprised? Like, of course, guys. So water actually helps to release toxins in your body that would have interrupted your hormone levels. So actually, water is very important in the hair growth cycle, not even just in the hair growth cycle. You want those toxins out of your body, period. Head massages. Or you can get one of these little head massager things and just get in there at night. Oh, yes. Yes, girl. Get one of these. Did I mess up my hair? This enhances the blood circulation to your scalp. Now, the oil is to promote the healthy scalp and increase the hair growth. And the massage is to release any stress, which is a factor that leads to the hair loss. Then, using a supplement. So a supplement provides your hair with a boost of nutrients that you wouldn't usually get in your regular diet. Vitamins such as zinc, biotin, vitamin D, C, and B5. And then here's another one. So green tea. You can do a green tea rinse. I've seen this on YouTube before. I personally have not tried it. I'm not sure if I'm going to try it. But what green tea does promote to is helping improve hair growth. Green tea contains antioxidants that are beneficial in reducing hair loss. So you can use warm green tea on your scalp, leave it there for about 20 minutes, and then of course do this on like a wash day. But leave it there for about 20 minutes and then wash as usual. The more you just know about how your hair grows and what it's saying to you and what it needs, the easier it is to maintain your hair. And trust me, girl, your hair don't want as much as you're doing to it. It just doesn't. Trust me. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, be loved.